April 18, 2026. It's a date that is already etched into the history books of P-pop. We know the when, we know the who, and thanks to confirmation from major outlets like Billboard Philippines and GMA Integrated News, and even our own page, we definitely know the where, the SMDC Festival Grounds. But here is the million-dollar question that almost nobody is asking loudly enough. Why there? Why choose an open-air festival ground for the massive finale of the trilogy? Today, we are putting on our detective hats to uncover the strategic masterstroke behind this specific venue choice. Welcome back to the channel. If you've been following our deep dives, you know we love decoding the hidden strategies behind SB19's moves. Our recent analysis of the secret message behind the announcement showed us that nothing this group does is accidental. Every detail is a clue. So we are looking at the Wakas at Simula, the Trilogy Finale. This isn't just a concert. It is the closing of a massive chapter and the opening of a new one. Usually, for a finale of this magnitude, you might expect a return to the Araneta Coliseum for nostalgia, or perhaps a push for the Philippine Arena for pure capacity bragging rights. But they went with SMDC Festival Grounds in Paranaque. On the surface, it's just a location, but when you dig into the logistics, the capacity potential, and the atmosphere, this choice actually reveals exactly where SB19 sees themselves in the hierarchy of global pop music. It's a risky move, but a calculated one. Today, we are breaking down the three pillars of this decision: the capacity mystery, the logistics of location, and the symbolic strategy. Let's start with the first piece of evidence: the numbers. Here is the tricky part. If you look for an official capacity figure for the Wakas at Simula show specifically, you won't find one yet. Neither the management nor the venue has released the exact ticket allocation. However, as venue analysts, we can make some very educated estimates based on the footprint of the grounds. Unlike an indoor arena like MOA, which caps out around 15 to 20,000 depending on the stage setup, or the Philippine Arena, which hits that 55,000 mark but comes with a significant viewing distance issue, an open ground is flexible. SMDC Festival Grounds is massive. We have seen international acts and festivals held in some open lots in the area that easily accommodate 30 to 50,000 people, sometimes swelling even larger depending on how the perimeter is fenced. By choosing this venue, SB19 is essentially uncapping their potential. They aren't limited by the number of seats bolted into concrete. They can scale the crowd density. This suggests they are anticipating a demand that exceeds a standard arena, but perhaps they want a different energy than a stadium. Think about the festival in the name. It implies standing room. It implies movement. In a seated arena, the energy is contained. In an open field, the energy is communal and massive. This suggests that the Wakas of Simula finale isn't just designed to be watched. It's designed to be experienced as a massive gathering. It shifts the metric from how many seats did we sell to how massive is the ocean of lights. If they aim for a festival setup, they could be targeting anywhere from 35,000 to 60,000 attendees, placing them squarely in the tier of major international pop stars who tour stadiums and open grounds. It is a flex of pure drawing power. They are betting on 18 to fill a space that has no ceiling. Now let's move our investigation to the second pillar: logistics and location. Why Paranaque? Why the specific stretch of Metro Manila? If you look at the map, SMDC Festival Grounds is situated in a very specific entertainment enclave. You have the major integrated resorts and casinos nearby. You have the proximity to the airport, and you have the Bay Area aesthetic. This is a significant shift from the Cubao or Pasay Arena vibe. Logistically, this is a double-edged sword, and that is why it is such an interesting choice. On one hand, accessibility can be a challenge compared to the central transit hubs of Cubao. However, the location signals premium event. It sits among high-end developments, suggesting that this concert is a destination event for international fans flying in, and we know the Global 18 presence is huge. Proximity to the airport and major hotels is a logistical win. But we have to address the elephant in the room, or rather, the elephant in the open field. The weather. April in the Philippines is summer. It is hot. Doing an outdoor show in April is a physical challenge for both the artists and fans. By choosing an open-air venue in the heat of summer, the logistics team are likely preparing for a Coachella-style atmosphere. This changes the logistics of the production entirely. You aren't just building a stage, you are building a city. You need hydration stations, outdoor sound delay towers, and massive LED screens that are visible in twilight. The logistics here tell us that they are likely planning a production that is too big for an indoor roof. They might be planning pyrotechnics, drone shows, or massive set pieces that simply wouldn't fit inside Moa Arena. The logistical difficulty of an outdoor venue is usually accepted only when the creative vision demands the sky as a canvas. Finally, we arrive at the most important part of our investigation, the strategic significance. Why is this the venue the perfect metaphor for Wakas at Simula? Wakas at Simula translates to the end and the beginning. Think about the symbolism of a roof. A roof is shelter, but it is also a limit. It is a ceiling. By moving the finale to an open ground, SB19 is visually and metaphorically stating that they have blown the roof off the P-pop industry. There is no ceiling anymore. This is a strategic positioning move. When you look at the history of legendary bands, their transition from arenas to open fields marks their graduation from stars to icons. It's the moment they stop playing strictly for a seated audience and start commanding the elements. Furthermore, this aligns with the Simula or beginning aspect. An open field is a blank canvas. An arena comes with pre-existing structures, locker rooms, scoreboards, fixed seating tiers. The festival grounds is dirt and grass until they build their world upon it. This allows the creative team to build a stage design from scratch that reflects the new era of SB19. They aren't fitting their show into a venue. They are building a venue around their show. It also future-proofs their brand. If this show succeeds, and the data suggests it will, it sets a precedent. It proves that P-pop groups can sustain festival-scale crowds on their own billing, not just as part of a larger lineup. They are taking the risk so that the industry standard can be raised. It is a leadership move. They are signaling to the world that P-pop is ready for the open-air, massive-scale production that K-pop and Western artists have dominated for years. So, let's review our findings. The choice of SMDC Festival Grounds isn't just about finding a place to sing. It's a calculated decision to uncap their audience capacity, to create a destination festival experience, and to symbolically shatter the ceiling of what a P-pop concert can look like. They are trading the safety of air conditioning for the limitless potential of the open sky. It's bold, it's risky, and it is exactly the kind of move that fits a trilogy finale. Now I turn the investigation over to you. I want to hear your theory. Do you think the open-air venue is the right call for the finale? Or would you have preferred the intimacy of an arena? And what do you think the stage setup will look like given this massive space? Let us know in the comments below. We read every single theory. If you enjoyed this deep dive, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe. We have a lot more analysis coming as we get closer to April 2026. Until next time, keep looking for the clues. Class dismiss.